Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to World of Warcraft Legion. Now, we had our Halloween escapades and did those quests for Sanguinar and Black Rook Hold, and we need to go into Black Rook Hold, but I want to get all the quests that we need for that area. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave the druids alone for just a little while. They're known for their patience, right? And we'll talk to Darcy Heathrow here at the outskirts of the Temple of Elune and get this quest line started. The corpse of Darcy Heathrow lies before you, pierced by several arrows and knife wounds. In one hand she clutches a note, written with a feeble hand that reads, "The dead march on Bradensbrook. Help us, please. Speak to Mayor Heathrow at Bradensbrook." Now, when I first read that, I had no idea about what Black Rook Hold was, or what was there. And I thought that maybe a faction of the Scourge had come back. Because that would actually be kind of cool. Maybe a faction of Scourge that didn't listen to the new Lich King. But anyway, Bradensbrook is a village right on the outskirts of Black Rook Hold that is filled with Worgen, essentially. Most of them stay in their human forms, though. Or they may not necessarily be Worgen, but at least Gilnean, which means they speak with a Cockney accent and like to wear stuff that's vaguely steampunkish in nature. Now, we got a lot of rare spawns here, but we're going to leave those alone for right now. And let's just go ahead and head over here. And there's Commander Jared Shadowsong.
I am not your enemy, Mayor. I came here to find someone within Black Rook Hold.
Stop with your lies, night elf. You'll stay where we can keep an eye on you.
Look at those fashionable top hats. Now, Jared Shadowsong should be familiar to you guys who know the lore.
Let me get a good look at you.
Watch yourself. Make one wrong move and we'll throw you in chains. What's happening here? My people have seen too much suffering. It was the Scourge uprising that led us to flee Gilnean many years ago. Now, undead creatures have risen from the fortress in the north. I'll defend this village to the bitter end. So these guys actually didn't get hit with the curse that turned them into Worgen. We don't need any help, and we don't like strangers wandering around on our land.
Watch your back.
Okay, Jared, do you have anything constructive to add to this?
We protect those we love.
I am no enemy to these people, but there's no convincing them of that. Their village has come under attack by some very old friends of mine. Friends who are no longer living. There's no telling who or what controls them, but in life these noble soldiers would never engage in such acts. That's a mystery for another time. For now, help me earn the trust of these villagers. Strike down the Black Rook enemies who are terrorizing their citizens. Kill 12 risen assassins, Black Rook falcons, or risen hounds.
Safe despite what they say, these people need help. Defend their farms and we will ease their suspicions.
Radio, man, radio. And Emmeline.
What's your story?
Forgive us, stranger. Mayor Heathrow has been under a lot of stress recently. I can't blame him. His own daughter, Penelope, has been missing for 2 days. In fact, we could use information on several farmsteads to the south. Mayor Heathrow's house, Granny Marl's farm, and the Radcliffe's dock. Can you go check on the situation out there? Help us, and perhaps the mayor's heart will soften. Check on the Heathrow house, Granny Marl's farm, and Radcliffe's fishing dock.
Good day.
I do hope they're still alive. It would break the mayor's heart if we couldn't find his little girl. Alrighty. Well, let's head out here. And when they talk about right on the outskirts, they are not kidding. We got Black Rook enemies attacking the outer areas of the village. Now we're here on Farmstead. We got some undead falcons here in need of some wing clipping. Now, speaking of that, of wing clipping, I think I am going to change up our talent tree once again. I never seem to be happy with that. That's 12, or that's 2 out of 12. And we got a quest hub over here. Look at Granny Marl with her sniper rifle. Check the cornfields.
Oi! Where'd you come from?
A sight for sore eyes.
Do you see those ravenous birds flying above my farm?
Vicious creatures are spreading their filth and eating my crops. I'd be get rid of them with my trusty gun, but my eyesight's gone downhill. Take this flare gun and mark them for me. Once I get my sights on them, I'll make them scatter. Use Granny's flare gun to mark 6 Black Rook falcons.
Use the flare gun to mark the birds. That'll daze them long enough for me to take them out.
For the corn. I've got a full summer's corn harvest just sitting out in the field. I need some muscle to bring it in before the Night Elf raiders can destroy it. Get out there and bring me those crops, and I'll reward you handsomely. The folks back in town need this food, and I sure as heck ain't eating rats for another winter. Collect 5 barrels of corn. So,
That's nice, love.
you've got the impression here that this community lives on the bloomin' edge. If they have a bad harvest, things go very bad for them because they really have no one to turn to. All the elves here are pretty much dead and ghostly and not really in the mindset to help out. And who we got here? Ernest.
I got a bad feeling.
Well, there we go. Sorry, Drenai. I'm taking your corn. And we got one more over there. Yoink. Now, fortunately, I think marking these guys with the flare gun... Check out this Black Rook fountain. You're about to see how much... Or, a falcon. You're about to see how good of a shot Granny is.
I see them. Good job with those stun grenades.
Bam. She is a good shot. Unfortunately, that didn't look like that counted toward the Black Rook enemies killed. I guess Granny gets credit for that.
Mark shooting fish in a bloody barrel.
A bloody barrel. I love how they talk.
Headshot.
They all talk like
Easy as pie.
that Cockney accent that I think a lot of people nowadays, at least here in the States, who are geeks, is Crowley's accent from Supernatural. I don't watch Supernatural, but I have watched clips of it from time to time. Seems like an interesting show.
No way I'll miss
But from what a lot of people have told me, it's ran a little too long.
Ow. Right in the kisser.
It was supposed to run like 5 seasons, and I think it's on season 11? Maybe more? That's always a shame when shows run too long. Now, we can't sap these guys because they're undead. And we'll take out the hound. Oh! While I remember, we've got a unboxing here. I was able to finish off. They fixed the bug for the Dreamweaver quest from yesterday. So now I can actually open this box. So let's see what's inside. Tranquil 825 gloves. What do I got? I've got 825. However, these have haste, which I prefer as a rogue. Actually, all the races prefer haste. Also got a Blood of Sargeras in there, which is awesome. Now, real quick, by the way, I was corrected about that in the comments. Some people say it's Sargeras. I've actually heard it pronounced a ton of different ways by different NPCs. I've heard it called Sargeras, Sargeras, Sargeras. I guess it really depends on how you prefer to pronounce it. So I just call it Sargeras. I think Sargeras sounds like an awesome version of the name. So that's what I'm going to do. We got to check the docks over here. We got another quest hub. Let's stealth just in... Uh-oh. Cecily Radcliffe and... Oh, Papa Radcliffe.
Ain't you a chipper-looking one?
Papa loved this village. He'd never hear of leaving, even in these dread times. Before he died, he told me what attacked him. A monstrous falcon we call Rotbeak. You're fighting these undead, aren't you? Will you avenge my father? If so, you can find the beast northwest of here, patrolling our western route to the sea. Find Rotbeak along the Bradensbrook and collect the beast's head. And we get a recipe for deep-fried mossgill.
That's enough gabbing for me today.
And there's the culprit right there. Checking out his handiwork from the looks of it. Okie dokie. Well, let's see what we can do here. Oh, look at that firefly. Shank. Get our slice and dice speed. I think I actually might go back to Roll the Bones to tell you guys the truth. I don't know. I just... The speed is all well and good. It's just I'm noticing different situations it serves us well, and certain situations it doesn't. Will you stop making the ground purple? However, looks like you're almost down. Bad bird. This massive bird is once again shuffled off its mortal coil. Stay dead this time. Now over there is the hanging tree where we're doing that Hallows End daily. We're going to go ahead and leave that lie.
Get gabbing or get going.
Papa always said the first way he'd leave here would be feet first. I wish he'd been wrong. Thank you. Grizzly, eh? I think I'll mount it over the door. I want you to have this too. Fresh cotton mossgill was Papa's favorite. Band of sable hide. Like, this is all money to us at this rate.
Watch your back.
Good deal. We also got a laystone deposit over here. I need to head back to Stormheim off camera and see what I can do about getting some more engineering plans. That's something best left off camera, I think. Spare you guys my horrible Scottish accent. Alright, let's keep on going. We still got some things to kill. We also need to go into Heathrow House and check that out. Now, Heathrow House is actually pretty cool because we can get a pet up here. Heathrow Manor. And I'll show you. As you can see, the house is on fire. First things first, though. As you can see, we have access, apparently, to the basement, or the cellar. We'll head down here. Oh. And there is Penelope, the mayor's daughter who was missing. Who was in a bit of a jam.
I'm scared.
Where is everyone? It's safe now.
Come back soon. Thank you. I was so scared all by myself, but I know a shortcut back to town.
Well, you take that shortcut then. And you got a small treasure chest. We will take... Oh, bad dog. What are you doing? How dare you? You need to heal up here. Yoink. Now, the world quests are actually going to reset here in about 4 minutes, and that normally means that there is going to be a world boss up. I think we may take a pause from questing and going into the Black Rook proper for those quests and see if we can take on the world boss, because that has the potential of dropping some awesome loot for us. Like high level stuff. Now, you see Grumpy says, "Roof." You don't know where Grumpy is, so what you gotta do, you gotta go on a rescue operation. Smee, we're gonna go ahead and dismiss you, just so we don't have you get singed. And this requires us actually going through the fire. And there you go, there was a little dog who was going to get fried. The puppy wags its tail furiously as soon as he spots you. He seems extremely grateful. And we get Grumpy's leash. And he disappears. We jump through the fire again. Nothing old Swindle can't deal with. And then we would get a pet here. Now, I have the leash... I have him already, because I got him on my main, but let me show you. There he is. Look at that. That is a face only a mother can love. Where you at? Look at him. He looks... Yeah, I wish I'd have a dog like that with those big jowls. They've all flap about. Okay, good job, bud. Let's go ahead and grab Smee before he gets all jealous. You alright there, bud? Yeah, there's only one alpha male here, and that is you for some reason. Thunk. That's why you wear the hat. Alright, let's go ahead and finish killing off these assassins and such. We only have 3 more. Oh, Lord, we pulled a... We pulled a rare spawn. We're going to just ignore. Pretend that didn't happen. Two more. Save this farmer. Need to learn some manners, Risen Hound. Now remember from the last episode what I told you. All of these ghosts think they're hunting demons. They think demons have infested this village, and they're just trying to do what they think best. to take care of them. Which is kind of a horrible thing. It reminds me of an episode of Star Trek Voyager called I think it was called the War Memorial. It was a really fascinating episode. I think it was probably one of my favorite Voyager episodes. Where... Wait, let's talk to Granny here first.
Less gabbing, more stabbing.
Well, love, we sure did take care of them. Thank you, Rogue. Glad to see I haven't lost my touch. And that corn isn't going to gather itself now. Alright, I'll get these barrels loaded up and delivered to the village in no time. Thank you, Swindlegear. There'll be a lot of full bellies because of you.
Stay on your toes.
I am glad to help. But essentially, the Voyager crew are having these hallucinations that they're in some sort of war zone. Just out of the blue, it's how the episode starts. And they end up committing quite a few atrocities that they aren't aware that they're doing. And it's actually a war memorial on the planet that makes everyone who goes to it live the memories of the war to see what they went through. I strongly suggest checking it out. It is an awesome series. Hey, Penelope.
Papa, I'm home. The hero saved me.
Penelope! Thank goodness you're all right. I was so worried.
Can we get a...
Shadow
Oh,
song? I was wrong about you. Everyone, put down your arms.
yeah.
Thank you for finding my daughter. Please, you are most welcome here.
Yeah, finally, some civility.
Friend or foe?
I'm sorry for my suspicion earlier. We're all on edge with the recent attacks. I couldn't be more grateful to you and your friend. Thanks to you, our situation is under control now. We've got a lot of rebuilding to do, but we'll survive. Excellent, glad to hear it.
Tread lightly.
That actually upgraded to 789. Woo! Okay, Jared.
Hail, soldier.
Good. These innocent villagers have done nothing to deserve these attacks. You've done well to help them. Since Maiev chased after Gul'dan at the Vault of the Wardens, her sisters among the Wardens have been searching far and wide for her whereabouts. With so few Wardens remaining, I volunteered to join the search. I hope I'll find sign of her within Black Rook Hold. The fortress will be well guarded, and I need help to break through. Help me find her, and I'll reward you handsomely. Speak to Jared Shadowsong at Ravencrest Mausoleum.
Serve well, friend.
Well, we might as well... Well, let's see here. Have all the quests reset? I think so. Let's go ahead and check and see. The Nightfallen. Do we have a world boss? Checking. Oh, there he is. Flotsam, a dark tide. Well, now that Jared's going to be waiting for us to take the ride over to Black Rook Hold. But until then, let's go ahead and travel up to High Mountain and see if we can take out this world boss. So I'll see you guys there. I hope you guys like bad frame rate, because we are about to get it in droves. I'm thinking there are a lot of other people flying to this area. Like a pack of dogs on a three-legged cat. Vision of Helia. Whoa. I don't know what that's from. Holy crap. Well, oh yeah, look at all these guys. Let's go ahead and ride through, check and see what this Flotsam actually is, because I've never heard of it. It's a brand new world boss. And we're flying right through Murloc territory. I'm sure they're very pleased to see that. Is that captured survivor? And we're getting close. It seems to be on the other side of Murloc territory. Oh lord. There he is. So he's a giant. Let's go ahead and vanish out here. Oh, here we come. Here comes the frame rate. Look at this. Holy crap. Well, let's at least get a hit on him. Say that we contributed to the fight here. I need to do this on my other high-level characters as well. Let's just go ahead and back out here. because I really don't want my computer to crash. Let's go ahead and help out this hunter, who seemed to be getting attacked by that Murloc. There we go. We helped. Let's go ahead. We'll just fire the cannons whenever it comes up. Good lord. I don't care what kind of like high quality system you have. You are going to get a frame rate issue here for sure. Look at all this pandemonium. Well, let's try and go in for the kill. He had 1,212,000,000 health points. I think that's what it was. And we just got gold. Crap. Well, that's unfortunate. Maybe it'll be good on some of my other characters. Swindlegear doesn't seem to have a whole lot of luck when it comes to world bosses. Well, it is what it is. I'm not going to say no to gold. Especially with his pirate inclinations. So let's head back to Black Rook Hold and head toward the mausoleum with Jared. Huzzah! Back to a semi-decent frame rate.
Honor and courage.
Are you ready to depart to Black Rook Hold? Yeah, let's do this.
Ishnu Allah.
Oh, I get to drive. Yeah. That is a interesting saber cat. That's more Alliance and Night Elf style than Horde, though. A Horde can get stuff that looks like this. It's just kind of tough for them to. Not really Swindlegear style. Now, going through the front gate of Black Rook Hold, that is a bad idea, because there's a lot of elites and a lot of nastiness there. So we're heading into the mausoleum area, where we were talking to Sanguinar. And we're heading down straight into the mausoleum. See what Jared has to say.
It is just as I feared. Lord Ravencrest's remains are gone.
Indeed.
My blade is ready.
The disturbed tomb, demons here in Black Rook Hold, and the enemy Night Elves are no coincidence. The Legion has resurrected Lord Ravencrest. My former master lives again. How did you and your sister get separated, by the way? Maev and I chose very different paths in life. Not long after the Legion's first defeat on Azeroth, she dedicated her life to the pursuit of justice. Some would say she's gone too far in that pursuit at times. What did she do? She murdered innocents, hoping to sever our people's ties with the Alliance. Still, I couldn't bring myself to kill her. At first I thought I'd been weak, that love had left me unable to do what was necessary. So, why are we trying to save her? I know my sister. She'd never commit such crimes unless she was under some foul influence. Even so, rather than investigate fully, I assumed the worst. I've been a poor brother, but there's still time to make things right. I guess I'll help you find Maev. Jared's mission. What does the Legion want with Ravencrest? He was dead and buried 10 millennia ago. Lord Ravencrest was a fearless leader, a seasoned commander, a man of integrity and honor, a teacher, and a protector of his people. That's some resume. Malfurion, Illidan, Tyrande, and I, we were still young when he helped shape our destinies. The sigil of his house was legendary. Observe for a moment the sigil over his former resting place, and I shall tell you more of his legacy. Examine Ravencrest's sigil.
Sir, Lord Ravencrest died long ago, but I will always revere him as my mentor. When the ancient war began, we suffered countless losses. Our cities burned.
I like that pose.
Lord Ravencrest saved our people and rescued our world from annihilation. His loss was tragic for us all. We owe him everything.
And now he wants to kill all of us.
We protect those we love.
Curtalos Ravencrest. The attacking spirits spoke of their lord and master. I fear the Legion has raised Lord Ravencrest to do their bidding. What price was paid for such a sinister revival, I do not know. The fortress grounds are just up ahead. There's a large area to search, but if we split up, I believe we can cover a lot of ground. Search the prison cages, the forge, and the guard tower for any signs of Maiev. I will check the upper ramparts and meet you on the other side of the keep. Search the forge, saber pens, and the guard tower. Well, we're at least very familiar with the saber pens, at least. Black Rook Hold is not the same place I knew. Its walls have crumbled, a ghostly echo of its former glory. If Lord Ravencrest has returned, then surely he will have his former officers at his side. Kester Farseeker, captain of the guard, Traylon Shieldbreaker, peerless master of maces, Starless Strongbow, who could split arrows while blindfolded. If we stand any chance of entering the tower itself, they must be eliminated. So we gotta kill them. Awesome!
Safe travels.
No worries then. Lord Kurtalos Ravencrest. That's a cool name. Alrighty. Well, we have our marching orders, guys. We're going to have to go back into Black Rook Hold, or at least the outskirts, once again to get some information on Maiev. And after we clear this entire quest hub, we should have the quest to go into Black Rook Hold proper, where you can deal with those quests as well as what's needed for the rogue campaign. So, we got a lot of work to do tomorrow. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Heck, where's Smee? There you go. But if you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.